That's right, I'm back, everyone. I didn't really go anywhere, I just stopped posting. But I've been filming the whole time, and I gotta tell you, a lot has been going on. I have so much to share with you guys, but for now, I'm just wondering where version 9 is. Where is V9? Because I'm reading in the forums and everything and checking around, and it looks like this has been one of the slowest releases yet. So I'm eagerly awaiting it so that I can show all of you the new features that are in it. And other than that, I don't have much of anything else to report. Everything's been good. Did have my 12-volt battery replaced. I've got a detailed video on that I'll be putting out. Not much of anything else. I mean, everything's good. I'll be hitting you very soon with a lot of new videos. Good morning. Today I woke up and saw that the software update is now available for my car. Got the clock here. So I'm gonna go on and review everything one last time. So this is how everything is right now. You see this here to the left. You've got controls and then settings. You've got these things along the top. These icons, I'm sorry, not things, but these icons along the top. You have climate control along the bottom. It's supposed to change drastically, so just want to take one last good look at this. You'll see what all these things do. Back up here so we can go through it. Done this before, but like I said, I'm just doing a review real quick. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn the lights on here because it's really having a hard time focusing. There we go. Back it off a little bit. Let's go on and get into it. It's 7-Eleven. I'm tired of this thing. It's not focusing right. So here we go. We're going to install it right now. Bye-bye version 8. This is it. Just struck 7/12. By 7/14, this update will be in full effect. The odometer reading is 79,636. Here we are. Let me pause that for a second. Don't want any copyright issues. First thing I notice is the car is much smaller on this display. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying it's much smaller. So, and when I was pulling out of my garage, I really wish I would have had footage of this. I'm sure I will get it later. I'm sure it will happen again. But it showed me being in between two trucks as I was pulling out of my garage, and I wasn't. But here's the traffic once again. This is what we're looking at. Here's how autopilot is seeing it. That is not a truck beside me. That is a Toyota RAV4. So, and it still kind of nags the same about putting your hands on the wheel, but it's just as sensitive, so once you touch it just a little bit, it goes away. Here is the layout right now. So I still have to get used to the way I have this thing set up. I used to have the split screen where it was showing me the energy. But yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like these little weird space age looking body cars, and we got a truck here. So it obviously sees a truck, but there's not really a truck there. It's a Kia. And then there's a truck over here. So it did see that, but it doesn't see it now. Wow, traffic is looking lovely up there. Is it showing me that? No, it's not. So yeah, there's some kinks to work out. Version 8, the last update to version 8 was rock solid. It was so good. This one's got some bugs, as to be expected. Do I like it more than version 8? That remains to be seen. I'm gonna, check out what I can, and I think it's gonna take more than a day to get to know the OS and see if I'm really going to like it that much. Right now I'm kind of feeling like there's a lot of kinks to be worked out, and I think over time it'll be great, and we won't look back and wish that we were still rolling with the just checking this out right here. Alright, so I've discovered a few things with the menu. Overall, so far, I actually like this update. I like it better. I mean, the real-time traffic is not working, okay? So, don't expect anything there. Well, first of all, people were saying you can't turn the camera on whenever you want. You can turn the camera on anytime you want, okay? So, you can drive with it on, so let's just get that out of the way. And here are your other options. You can see the energy, okay? You can do the web. Make your call. I mean, I have no complaints. I mean, it's pretty good to me. It looks nice. I mean, it's yeah, I mean, it's cool. So we can check, see how things work with the browser. It's probably the same old BS, but we'll try it anyway. Still slow as ever. And the only thing that I'm kind of missing here is I don't see how to go full screen with it. I apologize for that. I'm still trying to figure things out here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to go full screen. Well, that might be it. That's really weird, though. Okay, well, I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, it's a little glitchy, but overall, I like it better. I kind of liked how the seat showed this for heat, the wavy lines for heat, and then the fan for cool underneath it. I'm gonna miss that. I thought that was better, but it is what it is. We'll just we'll live with it. I'm not gonna complain about it too much. The blind spot monitoring's not really working like they said it would. I guess I need to turn it on somewhere, and I don't really see where that is. So here's how things look when you're supercharging. Let's figure I'd go over that real quick. It's basically the same. It's not that much different. What is a lot different is the climate control. So let's go to that. Climate control is, for a second I was really confused, but then you look down here, you see where it says rear. So you can actually just turn the rear off like you could before. But everything is right here. So you no longer have to, and here's your keep the climate on, you can just hit that right there. So I like this a lot better because everything is right here. There's no like switching from one screen like you used to hit it before and it would go from the front to the rear. But now everything is right here. Here's your rear air control. Oops. Sorry. There's your rear air control. I'm gonna have to get used to that because I can't touch these things anymore. But yeah, I really like the new layout. I don't see why everyone's complaining. I really don't. I mean, it's pretty cool to me. And I mean, I love this. You don't have the two. You no longer have the two columns here. And I'm sorry about my camera work. I wish there was a better way for me to mount this thing and do all of this, but I mean, I know there is, but right at this very moment, I don't have anything, so sorry. Anyway, but let's just go down the list here. I mean, you've got, from the top, you've got your quick controls, which is pretty cool. Then you've got your seats, suspension, lights, driving, autopilot, vehicle, display, trips, navigation, safety and security, and service. So that's everything from there. And of course, you've got the manual here, so you can just go into the manual, and as soon as you launch it, you get Missile Command. You can pick these other games. There's Asteroids. I was really, really good at this game back in the day. I don't know if I'd be any good now, but I used to kill it. Yeah. And what's really cool, too, is, and not enough people are saying this, not only are these Atari ports in here, but these are Atari arcade games. These are not the Atari 2600 games. I thought they were going to have like Pitfall and all that, and I'm not complaining about that. But yeah, it's oh wow, it's already working. Okay, all right. I didn't even know it was going. So, oh crap! I didn't know that I was I had no idea. So let's see. How do I move? Oh God, I still have it. All that with one hand. Look at that. That just shows my skills right there. Hello. I'm the best. I am the best. Look at that. Ah, yeah. So that's it for that. Anyway, had to do it. Now here's something that's really cool. You don't have to go in here and, well, actually you could always do this. So I can just do like that for the scheduled charging, or I can just, I like to leave it about 4 a.m. but because that way I have a fresh charge with less vampire drain, and then I can just turn it off right there. So those are the differences, and of course you can bump up your current if you like. You know, I'm going to experiment this time. I'm going to go down to 48 amps and see what happens when I plug in at that rate. So I'm going to do it right now. Pretty cool. Alright, let's see what happens. I just figure if I bump it down a little bit, keep it from cranking really hard, maybe it'll be a little bit more conservative. But it seems to be holding. Let's see. Like, I think it would be good to get it to where it's comfortably charging at like 40 miles of range per hour. I could live with that. So let's see if that happens. Normally I like to charge like late at night. As you can see, I like to start at like 3 or 4 a.m. Typically, I mean, there are a lot of days where I have to start my day at 5 a.m. So with that being said, I'd say the usual time I'll set a charge is about 2 a.m. But as you can see right here, I have it set for 4. So, you know, by 6 a.m. or so, it usually has a full charge, depending on what I come back with, but typically that gets you, it sets you exactly where you need to be, and you don't come out to your car with 7 or 8 miles less range than you started with once the charge was complete. And so it looks like it's going to hold at 23 miles of range per hour, which isn't enough. So I'm going to go on and bump it up. And you watch here while that, you'll see that it'll start to speed up. And you see that the ETA, or the time remaining, is going a lot faster. Or shorter, I mean. And one thing I've noticed, unlike a lot of other places I go to, when I am charging here at home, whenever I plug up to a destination charger, or aka a high-powered wall connector somewhere else, I usually don't see much more than 40 miles of range per hour. But here at home, I comfortably get 49 miles of range per hour. And I'd say that'd be about the average. Anyway, it's going to kick up now. I've got it set to 68 amps, so it's going to really get up there, and I'm going to hit it, make it go to 70 and see what we get there. And there we go.